everyone, it's Athena. Welcome back. Let's see, we're doing the daily musings for, oh my gosh, right? We're all happy that today's tax day, and hopefully we're done. And for those of you who have gotten extensions, at least you'll be done soon, right? Okay, so I'm feeling literally a sigh of relief for whatever reason, aside from the fact that, this is not the day that everyone looks forward to, seriously. On the other hand, it's an accomplishment, right? Okay, let's get on to the musing for Monday, the 15th of April, 2019. Let's see what we got for the energy today. General energy. Yeah, see? We're really happy to be out of the, the molding of, for some reason, why did that word come up? Maybe some of you were dealing with some mold in your home or outmoded ideas. Okay, that's what I hear. Okay, let's go. Love. Outmoded ideas about what love should look like, feel like. Right? No more fighting. Kind of getting to culmination of agreeing to disagree is what I hear. The King of Cups is a water sign external. If it is not water, if you don't have water in your natal chart, it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio has kind of said, these outmoded ideas that I had that weren't getting me anywhere, what's more important? That's the issue. What's more important? Well, love, right? So love has set someone free to go for it. Okay? Someone's deciding to go for it and trust. This is what a water sign does. A water sign trusts their own truth and what they feel. They're all about feelings. They're all about loyalty and intellect and competence. Okay, they're very competent. But they also believe, huge belief of trust and peace within their own self, bringing them the loyalty that they're looking for with another. That's very important. If it's not you, it's just the energy. The energy of gone are the negative, thoughts and fighting. What is this really about? It's about love. That's what this is about. Bottom of the deck. And that's what it's about. It's about trying to come back into balance, to agree to disagree. It's not like we need to break it off because we just don't agree on, our thoughts and our actions are different than maybe perhaps another, but it doesn't mean we can't be together, right? I love you. I want to be with you. So this energy of someone, this is the Cancer card. This is Cancer. So this could be someone saying, I feel very, that I want, even though we don't agree, I don't feel we should break this off. I feel we should just keep communicating and, let's just work it out, Agreeing to disagree. That's what I'm hearing big time here, and in some way this is a relief because this has been, This hasn't been easy. It's been imbalanced. Okay. We haven't had balance. Someone was holding back. Someone was holding back how they felt. Someone has been clinging, also a little codependent, I'm hearing, to a relationship that, you know, someone's saying, I don't want to go just because we're not agreeing. I want to make this work. Okay? Someone from your past. I want to be with you. I want to work it out. I want to, let's just try to see what's the most important factor in this relationship. Well, it's love. There's no denying that. Okay? So, and I'm going to say I also have the King of Wands here. So we have a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius also. So if that's not in the energy, it's about being passionate and getting to a peaceful agreement between two people, an agreement, not a disagreement, agreeing to disagree with perhaps someone's, you know, thought process, right? Well, this is how I feel and this is how I grew up. And you know how some people say, well, this is, you know, this is how I grew up, you know. You can't knock me down for it, but you don't have to walk away from it. Let's try and balance this out, right? So we're agreeing to disagree, but it's not worth, you know, it's not worth the whole relationship going to, you know, to shit, so to speak, right? Okay. It's worth saving. It's worth getting more info, more insight, right? It's also worth, you know, like, what is it worth? Maybe this is the question. What is, you know, where does your love lie? That song. I just heard that song. Tell me where your love lies. And that's what, and hopefully that's not literal lies, right? And maybe that's hopefully why there has been fighting, but hopefully it's not about, you know, the lies. But if it is, you know, that song always reminds me of a double, you know, meaning. Tell me where your love lies. You know, is your love truthful or is it full of lies, right? So someone is asking about the loyalty and the trust of another, right? Okay, let's get some clarifying cards on this. Who holds the power? Who's felt like they've had the upper hand? Someone has felt more like they've had the upper hand in this situation because they've been through more than the other, okay? They've been through a lot. This is also a Leo because it's the lion, okay? So someone has been through many lessons and they've learned. They've learned a lot of lessons and they have, you know, look at the green eyes. Isn't that beautiful? I love these cards. The green eyes is about growth and nurture and healing and nature. And this growth is the lion. The lion has, you know, the lion has the strength and power. Is someone holding that power over you? I don't know. Let's see. Obviously, conflict and despair. Yes, it's been a battle. Same card. 5 and 5. It's been a battle. We don't, you know, we came, like I said, it's been a battle. Someone had more, like, the upper hand, right? Someone had the upper hand, but someone else came in, you know, the other party came to say, I'm going to say that maybe the water sign, the one who has more water in their charts, has been the one to say, wait a second, let's figure this out. Let's not be hasty, right? Because if this is a Leo, If this is a fire sign, which I saw in the deck there, if this is a fire signs are like, hey, you know, kind of like my way or the highway, right? You know, a water sign will say, wait a second, how are we feeling about this? Got it? Okay, so there has been healing. Again, the green coming out as someone's been given enough time to heal. And I'm think the one, honestly, these are 2 8s, by the way. And, oh, we have 3 8s, the eight of Swords. Okay, so we have 3 8s, which is a, you know, the universe is taking over this situation. But what I find really interesting is the notation of the green in the lion's eye as well as the green in the heart. So someone hurt a little more about this, you know, someone is hurting more, you know, of course, it's not balanced. Understand. It's not balanced because and I'm hearing it, the one who thought had the power doesn't have the power, right? So whoever thought fire or water, they had the power, it was actually the opposite. The one who holds, what is it, right? The pants in the family, so to speak. Okay, so we're rebuilding now. We're rebuilding a stable foundation, right? We're realigning the Kundalini, which is the spine. We're realigning it so that we can make our foundation this coming together, saying, okay, so where's the common denominator in our situation? Well, it's love, right? And it's very deep. I mean, it's a very peaceful, beautiful love that 2 people have been together for a while in a relationship, you know, could be up to 8 years because there's so many 8s here, but it's also been a union that has been brought together by the universe as well. So we want to grow this. We want to heal this. We want to refresh. We want to like hit the refresh button, right? And that's what we're doing here. This is what's going on. We're hitting the refresh button so that we can get back to what really matters. And what's that? Well, that's love. Okay? Bottom of the deck, love and passionate love. Okay? Getting back the enthusiasm in a relationship. Understanding what's more important, you know? Pleasure, emotions, it's kind of sexual, it's passionate, but it's in a very loving way. It's loving. It's not like that. Well, it could be a little instinctual. That's a mouthful. All right. So that's what we have. We were like, you know, up against, well, this is how I feel about this. This is how I feel about that. And then a coming together of saying, okay, we don't want this union to end. We've put a lot of work into this. So let's just agree to disagree. And let's bring back the passion so we can rebuild a really strong foundation, a very powerful one too, okay? We've learned, we've both healed, we've learned what is most important. What is it? Well, it's always about love, isn't it? All right, let me take the Ascended Master cards to pull out. You know, we're done with the drama. You know, this could also be, by the way, I'm hearing other people getting into, you know, into our business, so to speak. You know, others, you know, bringing their opinion to the table when they weren't asked for their opinion, right? This is bringing your opinions to the table. And, you know, others coming into your situation, right? You know, it's like you don't need anyone else to tell you how you feel, right? We can do that on our own. Okay. But we understand, what we do understand and what we do connect with is that love is what sets us into this union of, you know, we want to be free to be together and, you know, we're going to do that, right? the freedom to love, the freedom to disagree. I mean, no relationship, I'm telling you, no relationship is not, you know, is free of, you know, disagreements and other people, you know, messing with, you know, your situation. Especially when you're happy, right? When you're happy and everything is cool, you know, people always want to bring their, you know, opinions and judgments to the table. And you don't, you know, that's like, so if you're smart enough to say, listen, you know, I'm going to do what I want here in this relationship. It is my relationship with whoever. And, you know, we have a lot of love and we don't have to justify why we feel the way we feel. You know, it's just, it's there. It's there. A passionate new beginning. Underneath that, interestingly enough, we do have the temptation card. So I'm going to have to say that there could have been an argument about someone being coerced into a temptation of sort, you know, and that was bringing the obstacles to the forefront and challenges of a relationship. And, you know, someone saw the light and said, no, I'm not taking the bait. You know, I'm good, right? Or someone did take the bait and said, this is what I want. And maybe people are not agreeing with your choice, okay? A lot of factors here could be at play because we're not sure. Okay, so let's take these because they flew out. So here's the teacher. So let's put those there so we can show you who has been through it all and is now teaching the other. You know, someone has been through this situation before, so they are teaching the other party about what they've been through, what they've seen. You know, the pattern has formed and someone is now saying, listen, I've been through this before and this is what really matters here. And what really matters is this love that we have between us. And, you know, that should be the factor. That should be undeniably the factor and the truth of, you know, our situation. And, you know, it's the truth, right? The unicorn of truth. And the growth, you know, let's learn and heal from this and let's grow in this situation. This was a really good opportunity. Whatever has happened, this opportunity has really taught us something, right? One or both parties, one is the teacher and one is the student. And this is why this is it right here. Because this person, this is your other person who you're coming into union saying, this is what matters right here. Peace, love, tranquility, healing, faith, loyalty, right? That's what matters. So what you're doing is you're dealing with your other half. You are dealing with someone who is a life partner to you. And, you know, you don't throw this away. You just don't. You don't. You work it out. You work it out. And you purify it. You purify this union. This union needs to purify itself, which is what? It's hit the refresh button. That's what it is. So someone's hitting the refresh. Let's reassess, reevaluate. Let's purify this union, because this is a beautiful union. This doesn't come around every day, right? So that's what someone is being taught in this union. Someone's being taught and to understand and value what's important. This is the kind of union that's important, that lasts, that stays together, right? What is it? What's that saying? Those who, what is it? Fight together, stay together, or whatever. So, those who disagree, anyway, I lost it. But you know my point, right? I mean, if you didn't have these times of tribulation, trials and tribulation, then what would we have? We'd have like, it would be boring, right? So this is an example of what's important in a relationship that is meant to be, right? So the universe is saying, this is your other half. It is meant to be, because love doesn't die, Love never dies, okay? And true love is when one person says, listen, let's talk about this. One person is teaching the other the value of love, right? That's what's being taught here. The value of what is most important. The fighting, the arguments, that's not the value. The value is the love that we have between two people. And that's what's going on. So we're healing, and one is being taught the value of love. And it's beautiful. This is a beautiful reading. So in another sense of the word, if you are paired up, you had an argument, you just, decided that you can disagree. You can agree to disagree, but still keep the love intact, right? It actually brought you closer. It's actually brought you closer. And sometimes even, I'm going to say it, I am, because I hear it. Even when someone has been tempted by someone else in a relationship, that is kind of like that's when we get to like the root of the situation, right? We say to ourselves, is this going to survive? Is this relationship going to survive the test of another, being tested by another? Being, that's sometimes what happens when one party gets offered, a temptation, right? And then that temptation, someone says, wait a second, I love you, and I don't want this to affect our stability and our foundation. Okay? So they survive this test, right? Why? Because love never dies, and that it is more important than temptation, right? It's beautiful. Usually that's, what happens. Or if someone veered off track, and there were fights. I'm really feeling that this was external to a couple who there was a temptation that was trying to break two people apart, and it did not work. So it brought actually two people back together stronger than ever. That's what I'm feeling here. And now the magic begins, because we've purified, and we're now coming into a sense of being united and knowing what value we put on together, uniting together, right, in a relationship. That's when the magic happens, when you can get through this, these trials and tribulations. I mean, no relationship is exempt from, temptation, right? But when you can say, hey, what's worthy of this relationship? And it's true love, pure love. I mean, it's beautiful. Okay, I ranted a little, but had to. So we're starting all over again in a passionate new beginning. And it's beautiful. Okay, have a great Monday. Relief from a situation, right? From a temptation, and our taxes, right? 2 T's. All right, have a great day. Bye.